Good afternoon, brethren. A beautiful day.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Okay, like we've been prepared for. We've been studying 3 John, and I'm prepared to give it. So let's dig in. Okay, 3 John 1, verse 1. Okay, this is a letter is from John, the elder, and of course the Apostle John. Okay, I'm writing to Gaius, my dear friend, whom I love in the truth. Now I'm going to focus on that for a moment because whenever I get involved with love and stuff, I always want to know more. I just do. So, in whom I love in the truth. This is, to me, is very deep. I'm a machinist. I like nuts and bolts. I like to see how things fit. That's not, I don't have a lot of information there, so I have to go and find something. Okay, now the faithful version reads in 2 Peter 1:22, and I found that this is really a backup, and it opened up my understanding to 1 John 1:1. 1 Peter 1:22. Having purified your lives by obedience to the truth, unto unfeigned brotherly love through the Spirit. Love one another fervently with a pure heart. And this is going somewhere deep. Now, unfeigned love means no more counterfeit love. That only causes us confusion, and I've been confused. Okay, let's go to one of the verses that caused me to focus on this. It's the basics. It's Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5:8. Matthew 5:8 is where this all led me. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. That's, remember I said I'm a machinist, I'm nuts and bolts, I like to see how something works. This is end result statement. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. It's an end statement result comment. So the pure in heart will see God. That's how it said. But now, if I put the nuts and bolts into it, okay, just remember this one. 1 Peter 1:22. This starts building what I can now understand. The pure in heart needs to be purified, okay? And this is how it works. Like I said, I need to know how it works. Step 1 is by obedience to the truth. Now this takes place to the real deal. I mean, this is the real deal. Brethren, brotherly love through the Spirit, loving one another with a pure heart. That's how the ingredients go here. Now I know how this works. So if I want to see God, and I need to be pure in heart, and this tells me the first real clue I have is the truth helps us to be pure. We just don't be pure in heart and see God. We work to it, and now I can see how. Okay, let's get back to the point the Apostle Paul is making, verse 1. I am writing to Gaius, my dear friend, whom I love in the truth. Now, we can find some named Gaius in the New Testament. There's some in Acts, there's some in Romans, one in Romans and one in 1 Corinthians, and I did not connect any of these with 3 John Gaius. It's a popular name, but they could be connected, but it just didn't connect. Okay, 3 John 1, verse 2. Dear friends, I hope all is well with you and that you are as healthy in body as you are strong in spirit. Okay, John wishes him physical health right along with spiritual health. So this type of a comment can leave us to something to think about stay healthy, stay spiritual. You know, I think it's a package that will give us the best results. Verse 3, some of the traveling teachers recently returned and made me very happy by telling me about your faithfulness and that you are living according to the faith. Of course, it's talking about guys. Verse 4, I could have no greater joy than to hear that my children are following the truth. Okay, we also, now that we understand truth a little more, we can say, oh, what joy also, because truth helps us to think and behave more like God. Truth, I just can't put a value on it. Okay, verse 5, dear friends, you are being faithful to God when you care for the traveling teachers who pass through, even though they are strangers to you. It is likely that Gaius is an elder in this congregation because in 1 Timothy 3:2, one of the traits is one given to hospitality. Gaius has this. He has it down. Okay, verse 6. And they have told the church here of your loving friendship. Please continue providing for such teachers in a manner that pleases God. Verse 7, for they are traveling for the Lord, and they accept nothing from people who are not believers. And we have a few examples that started out, Christ told them, gathered his disciples and told them to go out. He said, don't take your manuscript or your bags or extra clothing, staff. None. You're preaching the gospel will take care of you. So, and that means those that are listening. Okay, and we find that in Matthew 10, verse 9 and 10. And also Apostle Paul backed it right up with in 1 Corinthians 9:14. Same type of statement. Okay, now in verse 8, so we ourselves should support them so that we can be their partners as they teach the truth. We all consider we could be partners with the greatest of the teachers? Let's make sure we support we don't know what lies ahead in the future. We would just love to have this opened up where evangelists, whoever wants to come here is just so welcome. And let's support them if when that time comes. Okay, this is where now we're coming to a roadblock. Verse 9. I wrote to the church about this, but Diotrephes, who loves to be the leader, refuses to have anything to do with us. Now we see why the Apostle Paul wrote to Gaius, so to let Gaius know that Diotrephes has suppressed the letter that John sent in the first place to the church. Nor is he welcoming, he added this, nor is he welcoming the traveling teachers that are being sent. So this is a real problem. Now in verse 10, we can see the major problem, but in verse 10 it actually gets worse when we understand what he's saying. When I come, verse 10, when I come, I will report some of the things he's doing and the evil accusations he is making against us. Not only does he refuse to welcome the traveling teachers, he also tells others not to help them. And when they do help, he puts them out of the church. Okay, there are many people right now in the United States, right now, that know of such a congregation that the same thing is going on in right now, and it might even be worse. So this is something that can continually happen. Okay, verse 11. Dear friends, don't let this bad example influence you. Follow what is good. Remember what those who do good prove that they are God's children. This is what it proves. And those who do evil prove that they do not know God. Then you can jot down Titus 2:7. I'll go ahead and read it real fast. Titus 2:7. In all things, showing yourself to be a pattern of good works, in doctrine, showing integrity, reverence, incorruptibility. So John is encouraging Gaius to not allow Diotrephes to intimidate him. Okay, in verse 12, John is letting Gaius know that help is on its way. Let's read verse 12. Everyone speaks highly of Demetrius, as does the truth itself. We ourselves can say the same for him. So he's backing him up. And you know we speak the truth. John has most likely been given Gaius the heads up that John is planning to send Demetrius to the congregation. So this is good news. In verse 13, I have much more to say to you, but I do not want to write in it with pen and ink, for I hope to see you soon, and when we will talk face to face. That's the best, isn't it? When you miss the brother and you finally get to see him after a period of time. That's why I think we love the God's festivals. This can take place at that time for sure. Okay, verse 15. Peace with you. Your friends here send you their greetings. Please give my personal greetings to each of our friends there. Okay, now we can note that Acts and James and 3 John, they don't end with an amen. So this can be ongoing information can be added to these books.